Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be a video I saw Samantha March do here, and it was makeup products that she didn't get her money's worth on, and I really like that idea. I have quite a bit of things I don't feel like I got my money's worth, whether I didn't like it or I just don't think it was worth the price tag. I did want to do a full get ready with me, but of course my package was supposed to be delivered yesterday and it still hasn't been delivered, so hopefully I'll be able to film that and show you a bunch of new products. Yeah, but if you want to see the makeup that I feel like I didn't get my money's worth on, then just keep watching. Alright, I have quite a bit of products here. I could have made this a lot longer and added a lot more things, but I didn't want like a 45-minute video. So I just picked the things that I mainly feel like I didn't get my money's worth on the most. So the first item I want to talk about is from KKW, and that is her setting powder and then her brightening powder. I tried these out. I got them in number 2. I really like the concealer. That's originally what I purchased, was the concealer, and I really do enjoy that. I like it. So I was like, okay, I'll try these. I think if you're oily, you'd love these, but these look so incredibly drying on my under eye. It just makes it look like any moisture I have under my eye is gone. It looks really crepey, really wrinkly, emphasized any texture. It just wasn't a good look. It was bad. And I've tried using it with different concealers. I tried, you know, putting like a heavier moisturizer under my eye, and it just did not work. The powder just did not work for me. I do have a couple really oily friends that I'm going to gift that to because I only used it like 2 times. And then with the brightening powders, I don't know if you, so it looks like this. It's really, really nice packaging. I like the sleekness of it, but I can't get it open. It's supposed to be brightening under the eye, and I just don't notice it. I don't notice my under eye being any brighter. Even when I swatch it on my finger, I don't really, I mean, it just looks really chalky. I don't know. I just didn't get the point in this. I don't feel like it brightened my under eye at all. It was really chalky under my eye, and I mean, this is shade 2, and I don't think I'm like the fairest of them all, so I didn't think to go to 1, but I don't know. I just didn't like it. I kind of feel like I wasted my money on that. Alright, and the next item I want to talk about is a palette that I feel really bad about adding into this video because it is beautiful. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I love it. I just never, ever grab it. I just forget it's there. I don't think to use it, and I probably only used it maybe 4 times, and it's expensive, so I feel bad. And that is, what is this called? The Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Sublime Bronze Ambition Eyeshadow Palette. And it looks like this. I really like the packaging. So you unclip it here, and if I can get it open, this is what it looks like. They are absolutely stunning shades. They're very pretty. I have no complaint with the performance or pigmentation of these. I just forget to grab them. I am going to keep this out on my desk to remind me to use it, and I think I'm going to do a video about products that I need to be reminded to use because they're actually good. And this is definitely one, but I just feel like as of right now I have not gotten my money's worth with it because I just don't use it. I just forget about it. Okay, this product, I thought I liked it when I first got it, but then I realized it has a pungent, plasticky, funky smell, and I just can't use it. And to me, it's not inexpensive. It's an expensive bronzer, and that's the Milk Makeup bronzing stick in bronze. And it's pretty and it's really creamy, but just the smell, like it smells like melted crayons. And I don't know if I got a bad one or if that's just how they smell. I probably should go into a store, find a store that sells Milk Makeup and smell theirs, because this smells horrible and it just makes me not want to use it due to the smell. So I feel like I didn't get my money's worth on that because it smells bad, and I just don't want to use it because of that. This product I got because everybody and their mother was talking about this when it first came out, and I really love the Anastasia Dip Brow, and I wanted to try something new, and I really liked their Precisely My Brow pencil, so I picked up the Ka-Brow by Benefit. and it looks like this. It's really cute packaging. You have like, you pop off the top and it has a little brush there for you. And I did use this quite a bit. I had mine in shade number 2. So I did use it, but I just felt like it didn't want to stick to my skin. I have very, very sparse brows towards the end. I have fuller brows in the front, but the tails, I just don't have any. I have underactive thyroid, and anybody that has that disease knows for some odd reason, brow hair does not grow in the tail. It's like one of the side effects of it. So this did not want to stick to my skin. There was like this certain part right under the arch where it just was a lot lighter than the rest of my brow where I had hair, and it didn't look right. I tried to make it work, like really hard, tried to make it work. It was almost too dry and not creamy enough for me. So I just feel like I wasted my money on this. It just didn't work for me. It's extremely dried out now. I feel like it was already a drier pomade to begin with, and it just dried out so much quicker than other things I have. I have like a brow pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills that I've had for like over a year, and it's still super creamy and nice. So I don't know if maybe the packaging dries it out or it's just a drier product. It just didn't work for me, and it wasn't cheap. I think it's in a $30-some range. So it's kind of like $30 just thrown out the window. The next product was an impulse buy. I went to Nordstrom and I went to the Chanel counter, and I had no business whatsoever being at the Chanel counter. But I was there and I felt bougie. So I picked up one of her cream shadows. And I love it. It is absolutely stunning. It looks beautiful in the eyes, but I don't think it's any better than any other shimmery cream shadow that I have tried. And the reason I feel like I wasted my money on it is because it dried out like within a month. It is so dry. It used to be super creamy. I made sure the lid was tight. Like, I'm really rubbing my fingers in there just to get it. But that's what it looks like. It is really pretty, and maybe if I added like some eye drops to it, I could still use it. But I just think for the price that I paid for this, it shouldn't have dried out in a month. Like, I think that's a little bit ridiculous. It is really, really pretty on the eye. It is stunning, but I don't think it's any better than any other cream shadow. Like, even the Maybelline cream shadows that they have, I think it's cream, or like, it's like a creamy powder. Like, they used to have the Maybelline Infallible shadows. Maybe that's what it was. It kind of reminds me of that, and those are so inexpensive, and those are beautiful. So I just feel like I just bought the name Chanel, which is usually in the case with these higher end brands, that is what you're paying for. But I just, at the time, I wanted something bougie, and the lady talked me into it, and I got it. This one is in New Moon, so it's pretty just not worth what I paid for it. Okay, this next product I got because everybody and their mother was talking about this on YouTube, and I've had this for so long. I've had it since before I started a channel, and I hate it. It makes my under eyes look dry like the desert, and it does not brighten it. It is the Laura Mercier Under Eye Brightening Powder. I really tried to get along with this. I really did. And it just doesn't work for me. It sucks any moisture out, just like the actual powder, like the Laura Mercier powder, loose translucent powder. Can't use that. It's super drying on me. I don't feel like I have dry skin, but it makes me look like I have dry skin. I feel like I have pretty normal skin, but can maybe lean more on the drier, dehydrated side. So if I use any type of really matte, or I don't know, these kind of products, Laura Mercier, it just makes me look drier than I am. So this is completely full. I maybe used it 2 times. I don't know if I should just throw it away. It still smells fine, so maybe one of my oilier friends would like this, but it just did not work for me. And not to mention, it gives you really bad flashback. I did notice that when I wore it and took a picture of myself. It really, like, it brightens your under eye, but not in a good way for me. It just was like psh, white cast. So I did not like that. This product is a recent purchase. I hauled it when I was living in the camper before we bought our house, and I was so excited to use it, and I've been playing with it, and I I hate it. Number one, it irritates my eyes. Number two, I feel like the colors are not true to the colors in the pan, and I don't feel like you can get multiple looks out of this. I feel like every look I do looks the same. I feel like the shimmers are not as pigmented, and that is the Huda Beauty Obsessions palette, and this is in the mauve one. Yeah, mauve. Yep, mauve Obsession. So this is what it looks like. Like I said, I was really excited to get this. I've heard a lot of people talk wonderfully about these palettes, and I have the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette, and I love it. I mainly wanted it for this shade right here, and that came off way pinker and like a bright pink than this dark maroon. And a lot of these shimmery shades are just, I don't know, they're just not as pigmented as I hope they would be. They kind of lackluster. You have to apply these with your finger, or at least I do. I try with the brush, and it just doesn't pick up enough of the pigment to go on my eye. I'd have to keep dipping my brush in like over and over again, which I don't have time to do that. I don't want to do that. I want color payoff. I want pigmentation right away, and this does not do it for me. I don't know. I just don't think there's enough versatility in this palette. I've done multiple looks and they all look the same. So I just feel like, I know these palettes are only $25, but it's $25. That's like a half a tank of gas. So I don't know, definitely wasted my money with this. Tried giving it away. Nobody wants it because none of my friends wear like crazy bright colors. They're all neutrals, or they don't wear eyeshadow at all. So I don't even know what to do with that because it's too late for me to return it. I think I've talked about these products before in like makeup I regret buying, but I just won't throw it away because they're brand new. They're still pretty. I just don't think they're worth $20 a piece. And that is the Dose of Colors Block Party eyeshadows. I got two of them because I absolutely love Dose of Colors. They're one of my absolute favorite brands. So when they came out with these, I was like really excited to get them. And I don't know, I just don't think they're any better than any other shadow. Any like Makeup Geek's more affordable than this, and I don't know, they're just kind of like meh. And the colors I got Shall We Dance, which looks like this, and then I got Sizzle, which looks like this. They're pretty, but they're just not worth $20 a piece. These two shadows, I could have gotten an entire palette with the price of these two shadows. And to me, that's just not worth my money. I just thought they were going to be amazing. I watched so many videos on people using these, and they just look stunning. And then when I got them, I'm like, they're eyeshadows. They're very pigmented, creamy eyeshadows that I can get from anywhere. I can get, you know, the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. Her shimmers remind me of these. Makeup Geek's shimmers, especially her foiled shimmers, remind me of these. And those are way more inexpensive than this. I think the price tag is way too high for what you're getting. I think I would even pay $10 for these. I think maybe if they were $10, it'd be more worth it. But $20, a little much. Little much. Okay, this next one I've talked about multiple times about how I regret buying it. I don't think it's worth the money. I was so disappointed in it, but because of what it is and how much I paid for it, I cannot let it go. And that's the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. Yeah, I'm a little upset about this, and I haven't purchased Natasha Denona since I bought this because I just feel like I'm gonna get burned every time. And I know she came out with this new palette that everybody's raving about, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I trust you, Natasha. I feel like our trust was broken and we don't have a good relationship anymore because of this palette. The mattes are nice. I don't think they're any better than any other higher end mattes that I try. Let me see, for instance, pretty much any mattes, like even the Morphe mattes in the Jaclyn Hill palette, I think are better. These are they're matte eyeshadows. There's nothing great about them. And then these shimmers are a crumbly fallout mess. They are a mess, and I have used them dry, I have used them wet, I have used them with a glitter glue, I have used them any way, shape, and form, and no matter what, down here is a mess. Within a few hours, it drops all over my liner, drops all over my lashes. I don't like this palette. I mean, the first look I came up with, I really did enjoy, but then I realized they all kind of look the same. I mean, not really. I can make a more versatile look with this. I don't know. Every look I've ever used to come up with this, I haven't liked it. I don't think this is worth $129. I think that is absolutely absurd. I would pay $50 for this palette. I would not pay $129 for it. I think, personally, I think Natasha Denona is absolutely overrated. I don't think her products are any better than Makeup Geek or some Morphe. I wouldn't say some Morphe products. Some Morphe products are complete garbage, but you know, Jeffree Star I think makes better palettes than this. God, even Juvia's Place, I like her shadows better than this. I just feel like this is a status symbol. Like, you buy it to say I have a Natasha Denona palette, and that's really all it's worth. You're paying for a name along with the Chanel. I don't know. I feel a little burned by Natasha. Can you tell? I'm a little bitter. I'm a little bitter. We had a bad breakup. So, yeah. I don't recommend that palette, and I definitely feel like I wasted so much money getting that palette, and if I could go back in time, I would. And the next product breaks my heart because I wanted this so bad. I was so excited about this when it came out. I mean, I was like, ah! So excited. And I've used this so many times, and every time I don't like the makeup look I come up with. I either struggle with some of the shades or just bad. Some of the shimmers are just non-existent, so it just makes me really sad. But it is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Vault Collection. I've used every single shade in this. I have tried multiple looks with this. Some of the looks I love. Some of the looks I hate. There's just not enough consistency where I feel comfortable grabbing this and knowing that my look's going to come out perfect, that I'm not going to struggle, that I'm, you know, going to get my money's worth. I don't feel like I got my money's worth with this. Her original palette, I love. Like, I will buy that over and over again. I think that is an amazing palette. This, no. There are some shades, especially with the, I think it's the magic one or the purpley one. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's the dark magic, I'm pretty sure. This one, no, it's not dark magic. Well, let's just talk about this one anyway. This one is dark magic. I don't know which one I'm talking about. But this power cut, like, what the heck? Like, there is no pigmentation. I literally, like, piled it and piled it and piled it on my eye. And, like, the one I watched of her and other swatches, this was, like, blinging, blinding in your face. And, like, I just swatched it and there's, like, nothing there. Like, it's just dull. Like, and I mean, I, like, rubbed my finger in it and swatched it. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, some of these shadows work and other ones are just, like, barely there. Like, I feel like I'd have to build up and build up and build up that color. And when I watched videos, now I'm just throwing things because I'm getting upset. But when I saw other influencers using this palette and using Power Cut, it was blingy, blinding, gorgeous, intense. It was like that beautiful, like, diamond. It was like a diamond freshly cut from Cartier, like, beautiful. And then when I got my palette and put it on my eyes, it looked like a cheap, you know, cubic zirconia from Walmart. And I was disappointed. I was disappointed in that color. Let me see this one. A lot of these colors, like these oranges, when you put them on the eye, they're really hard to distinguish one from the other. They're very similar. This green is, like, impossible to blend out. It's very choppy. It's just, like, as soon as you put it down, like, wherever you touch, there's, like, a big deposit of it. And it's hard to blend. And no matter how much of the oranges I put on, it's still hard to blend. I didn't like all the colors in that palette. This one is probably really the only one I've super enjoyed. I did get a lot of looks out of this. This one did work for me. I feel like the pigmentation was good on this one. Didn't have too many issues with that. And then this is the one I think I was talking about. Yes. These colors. Like, this one here just was not there. Like, it just did not show up. This one did not show up, and it's very similar swatched to this one. And this is a very cool toned shade. It just makes my eyes look super dead. I just don't like the layout of this palette. This shade was really pretty, this one right here. I did like this shade in the palette, but just overall, I think there's a lot of inconsistencies with that palette. And I've tried it with different primers, I've tried it with different brushes, I've tried it with different techniques, and it's just very hit or miss. And which is really upsetting because, like I said, I love the original palette. I've hit pan on multiple shades on the original palette. I'm going to be purchasing a backup because I'm like literally scraping the edge of some of those transition shades that I use all the time. So I was really disappointed in this. I feel a little bit scammed, a little bit, because the stuff I saw online of like bigger influencers using it, I always say influencers, it's influencers using it, their looks and pigmentation are completely different from what I came up with. And I tried to recreate one of the looks that Jaclyn Hill did on herself using her palettes, and mine just did not perform the same. I'm not saying Jaclyn Hill's a liar, I'm not saying Morphe's a liar, I'm just saying what I got in here is not the same that what those influencers were using. It is not the same. So yeah, did not get my money's worth with that. Pretty disappointed. And I feel like this is one of those that I feel like I need to give away and let go, but I just can't for some reason. Like, I just can't, so it makes me sad. But anyway, last product I want to talk about is the Farsali Unicorn Drops. I got these just because, basically Instagram made me buy it. Everybody and their mother on Instagram was using this, and it looked really pretty, and I had dry skin, so I was thinking this would be really good for me to use prior to putting on makeup. But honestly, I don't notice a difference. Like, they have the rose gold elixir drops. I love those. I do notice a difference. My skin definitely is more plump and hydrated. This, I feel like, is a little bit of a gimmick. I don't notice a difference. And, it's a pretty pink little oil in it. It just wasn't for me. I didn't notice a difference. They're not cheap. And I feel like I could have spent that same money and got something way better that actually did the work. So I don't feel like I got my money's worth with Farsali. But if you do want to try Farsali, let me find it. I do recommend the Farsali Rose Gold. This is my second bottle. I really like using this, especially in the winter. It actually has like gold flakes in it. I do like using this in the winter because I feel like it really does hydrate and plump my skin. But unicorn drops, I think, are a big scam. Alright guys, so that's it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you to Samantha March for giving me this video idea. If you want to check out her video, the original one, I will link it down below. Definitely recommend checking out her channel and her. She is absolutely amazing. And I hope you guys enjoyed the products I picked out. Let me know down below, are there any products that you feel like you haven't got your money's worth with? Let me know down below. And yeah, so I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye-bye.